Hey there guys, welcome back to BackPocketGameReviews, and today we're going to talk about a very specific article written by a Mr. Tom Lay of Deadspin. So Tom Lay is one of the editors of Deadspin, and he wrote an article on September 10th. I retweeted about this. It just took me a couple days to get around to recording it. For those of you who don't know, I'm very busy right now at work. My store manager is on vacation, so I am technically in charge, and I will be working probably a little over 50 hours this week. My second day off for the week was spent at a manager meeting. All right, but let's jump into this article. So he goes on to talk about how Spider-Man, being a cop in this game and working with the cops and maintaining the status quo, and how terrible it is that they would put this in this game and how it ruins the experience. Keep in mind, Mr. Tom here also only states that he's only played a couple hours of the game. So I do want to point this out. He specifically goes on to pit a lot of sarcasm and criticism about the NYPD, which is the New York Police Department. Keep in mind, this is September 10th, which is the day before September 11th. I don't know if you remember what happened in September 11th. What was it, 2000? 2001? Right in there? Sometime in there? Yeah? I'm pretty sure NYPD did a lot of good that day. And making a blanket statement about a group of cops just because you specifically dislike that police force or believe in the agenda that all cops are terrible people. Not all cops are, and yes, there are some bad cops out there. There are plenty of people that are bad at every job. It's just like if I go into GameStop, I may wind up with a good GameStop employee or a shit one. And then you go, well, then they shouldn't have become cops. Well, you know what? Cops being a police officer isn't exactly the best paying job. And unfortunately, you then either wind up with people who are drawn to the job, so they actually truly want to do that job, or you wind up with some really shitty people doing that job. It's hit or miss. There are crappy people in every position. But he goes on to criticize the New York Police Department, which I found very interesting because you know how New Yorkers are. They love everything about New York. And I do find it very interesting that he's shocked a superhero would work with the police department. Do you know what cops attempt to do? They try to uphold the law and prevent crime. What are superheroes? Oh, yep, that's right. They try to stop crime and uphold the law. Hence why most superheroes don't kill people and they believe in justice and all that stuff. I don't know if you're really not aware of this, but literally almost every superhero ever created is like some giant America spokesperson. I'm not sure of how you're not aware of this, actually. That should be the more shocking part. That's why they don't kill typically. They get them turned in. That's why Spider-Man's characters always come back. It's kind of like Batman, how he doesn't kill. He wants them to face justice. Yeah, that's how it works. Cops don't kill unless they're in danger usually. Unless you have a jackass cop who is on a power trip or misreads something. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to judge a cop and how they do their job because that's an extremely stressful job. If I get yelled at work and someone gets mean with me, I'm probably not getting shot. I'm just getting yelled at. Maybe called Cracker, because for some reason people like to call me Cracker when they're mad at me. It's happened a couple times now. So, you shouldn't make a blanket statement about a group of cops, especially from Mr. Tom Lay here, who easily looks like he's the type of person who probably, just judging by other Twitter posts he has made and other things he has publicly voiced, that he probably would call the cops if someone broke into his house, because I strongly doubt he's going to defend himself. So I just find it very interesting. And he goes on to start talking about how it's only maintaining the police state we currently live in. He used different wording. I just don't want to read through the whole article again. But he kind of starts to go on sounding like a conspiracy theorist, almost like a full-out anarchist. Not that anarchy wouldn't be interesting and all, but unfortunately in a civilized society, you do need some form of structure and law. And I get it. As I said, there are plenty of people who probably shouldn't have ever become cops, but the vast majority of them aren't out there senselessly killing people. I absolutely find this whole anti-cop narrative absolutely astonishing. And don't get me wrong, I know several cops. I know one guy who even used to be on SWAT. There are plenty of cops who wouldn't. There are plenty of cops that would tell you certain laws are victimless crimes, and unless it's something that's possibly going to hurt other people. We're not going to go too far in depth on what I'm talking about on this, just because I'm not a cop and I'm not a legal individual. I'm not here to be your power of attorney. I'm just saying not all cops, like if you got pulled over for speeding for 10 over, most cops would tell you I wouldn't have pulled you over for that because that wasn't an aggressive speed. There are a lot of different things here and different people, and you might have just caught someone on a bad day. And I get it. When you go in and you catch the GameStop attendant on a bad day, he doesn't possibly shoot you. There is a big difference here, but it's a part of having people capable of doing a job. It's either you have people and you accept that the risk is the person. Next thing you know, Chappie is going to become a real life thing. We're going to have police robots roaming around Columbus, Ohio. Oh, Jesus, that just reminded me of Ready Player One. So all I'm getting at here is it's just very interesting to see someone shocked that a superhero would help the cops, or be shocked by the pro-justice narrative that it's going on, let alone even more shocked that he states he based this whole thing about this ruining the game after only a few hours of playing the game. Like, literally, you played the game for a few hours. Your opinion is almost null and void to me at this point. That means you're literally judging a book by, like, its first 10 pages. That's essentially what's going on right there. You can't make a decision like that or a call out like that. And I almost want to feel like he had to have known that he was doing this the day before September 11th just to get the attention. Because we're in a society now where all publicity is good publicity. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. They've pitted both sides against each other so hardcore that one side, you're going to increase your sales from one side. You might lose them from the other, but you're going to get your sales from one side. It's absolutely insane. But guys, I would love to hear your opinions about this down in the comments down below. Do you feel that what he said was just kind of out of place? Or, I mean, I personally, I'm just shocked that he's stunned by the narrative in this particular situation. How dare that superhero work with police officers? I get it. He's a vigilante, but he still works with cops. Even Batman worked with cops. So, I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Also, if you enjoyed the video, you can drop a thumbs up. You can also subscribe if you really liked it. Stick around for more content. I'll be hopefully going back to my normal setup here once my boss gets back to work. Maybe even before that. It's just this made it a little easier for me to still be able to finish the game and possibly get some reviews up. So hopefully you all haven't been too put off by the gameplay over voice, or the voice over gameplay style. But I will be going back to my usual camera and everything. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll have plenty more content coming for you, and stick around.